Hey friends! So today I'm going to show you how to make the chocolate chip cookies, which are my favorite. I love chocolate chip cookies. So in your packet you have some clay. So you got one white clay, you have a little brush, you have a little packet of beads. They're actually rocks that look like chocolate chip, and then you have a little packet of coloring. So what you're going to do, you have plenty of cookies, plenty of clay in your kit that you can use to make lots of cookies. So you did get a piece of parchment paper, so I do suggest working on that. And I know it's folded, you might be able to crease it out and prop it down so you can use that. So use your parchment paper, and you're going to make little balls, just enough about how big you want it. We're going to make a little ball. You do have to knead the clay until it gets softened. So your clay is coming in hard, and you have to just keep kneading it until it's soft. And then take balls and just make balls. Doesn't have to be perfect, just enough so that we can start to work with. So we keep making a whole bunch of balls. Again, they don't have to be perfect. They can be all different sizes if you want. So I have some here. Then with your ball, just smash it down and dip it in your rocks. You don't need a whole lot. It'll pretty much come out like that. And then I usually just intertwine and mix it in and then roll it in a ball again. So you have that rock in here. And then I just put it on here and press down with my finger. And you have the making of your chocolate chips. So you just continue to do that. Again, it doesn't have to be a lot. If you want to add like extra, you can just take some with your finger and add a couple of extra. And just continue doing that until you get all your cookies that you want. And you're probably wondering where I got these little chocolate chunks. It's actually, get this, if you haven't guessed it already, it's actually gravel from railroads. They make miniature gravel. So that's my secret, don't give it away. Problem is, after this, I'm gonna want some cookies. Oh, by the way, hey, side note. So my friend just, well, actually, this is her 1-year anniversary that she opened up a cookie place, and it's called My Joy Cookie Company. Oh my gosh, her cookies are delicious, and they're like one of those where they're super thick. And I like the cookies. I just like cookies in general, especially if they're homemade. Oh my gosh. Okay, so then this will be my last one I'm going to do. You will need a brush. They actually have some really good brushes if you're going to plan on doing stuff with clay. They have some good brushes on Amazon, and they're super cheap. The brushes are amazing for clay. Okay, so here's my last one. Let's grab a couple more of these and put. Okay, so now I have my cookies, and I'm going to take my brush and I'm just going to brush over it so it can give it a little bit of texture. I want to do the sides too. Brush over this. So, you know, cookies don't always look perfect. Just give it some texture. Just keep your cookie though on this parchment paper. And go through all of them. I like to smash them down too a little bit. Okay, so now once we have that done, so these are the brushes that I'm talking about that are on Amazon. They're really good. The chalk powder that you have, a little goes a long way. You have a lot to use, so don't overdo it, because then it's going to make your cookies look burnt and dusty. So I have a little bit, and then I'm going to put just a tad off my brush, and then I'm going to go through and just lightly dust them. Go to the sides, because the sides usually get brown first. And then after you're done, you're just going to go over it again. And once you have your cookie done, you're going to want to bake this in an oven, either a clay oven or your oven at home. You're going to bake it at 200 degrees for 20 minutes. You're going to bake it on this sheet, the parchment paper. If you use a baking sheet, I would suggest, one, do not foil it. And then two, if you're using that baking sheet, don't use it again for any other, any food pieces. So I'm going to pause this and come back while this is done. So now that everything is baked and you pulled them out, you want to take a polyurethane. You don't want to use like triple thick. It tends to make stuff, it doesn't dry all the way. So polyurethane is what you want to use. And then I put a little bit in a dip. And then I go ahead and take my brush, and I actually use tweezers with this just so that I can hold it down. So I take a little bit of this, and then I just go through and I brush them so it can keep the color on. And then I just let all these dry, and then they'll be good to go. If you want to do the bottoms, you can do the bottoms too. Then they look like that, and let them dry for a little bit, then you are all set. Be sure to send some pictures too, and share them with everybody. Thanks for watching.